Welcome back my YouTube channel Old Car Stories, where we journey through the timeless beauty of classic automobiles. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of America's most iconic cars, this car 1964 Chevrolet Impala. A true symbol of 1960s style, performance, and pride, the 64 Impala holds a special place in the hearts of car lovers across generations. The Chevrolet Impala was first introduced in 1958, but by 1964, it had evolved into something truly special. The 64 model marked the end of the third generation and brought with it a perfect blend of sleek design, mechanical refinement, and unmistakable road presence. It stood out on city streets, at Sunday cruise-ins, and even in the world of motorsports. Visually, the 1964 Impala was a stunner. Its clean lines, sharp-edged body contours, and signature triple tail lights in the rear made it instantly recognizable. The subtle updates from the previous year included a more squared-off design and a flatter roofline, which gave it a more modern, refined appearance. It looked confident without being aggressive. The front end featured a wide grille with stacked headlights and a chrome bumper that stretched across the entire face. The rear, arguably the most iconic angle of the car, displayed the now famous triple round tail lights on each side, a design cue that became synonymous with the Impala name. This car wasn't just built to move people, it was designed to turn heads. Inside, the 1964 Impala offered comfort and style. Buyers could choose from bench or bucket seats, and the upholstery options ranged from tasteful vinyl to luxurious cloth trims. The dashboard had a clean, symmetrical layout, with chrome accents and large, easy-to-read gauges. It felt upscale but still accessible, a car for the everyday American with a touch of class. What made the 64 Impala even more special was its wide range of available configurations. It came in several body styles, including a two-door coupe, four-door sedan, convertible, and even a station wagon. This flexibility made the Impala appealing to a broad audience, from families to young enthusiasts looking for their first stylish ride. Under the hood, Chevrolet gave customers plenty of choices. Engine options range from a modest 230 cubic inch inline-six, all the way up to the powerful 409 cubic inch V8, famously celebrated in the Beach Boys song 409. The 409 engine, when equipped with dual four-barrel carburetors, delivered up to 425 horsepower, making it a beast on the street and strip. Performance-minded buyers could opt for the SS, or Super Sport, package. The Impala SS added sportier styling cues, including unique badging, upgraded suspension, and often came paired with more powerful engine choices. The SS version quickly became a legend in its own right, especially when paired with the mighty 409i. In terms of handling, the 64 Impala offered a smooth, composed ride. While it wasn't designed to be a corner-carving sports car, it handled long cruises with ease and comfort. The full-size frame gave it a grounded, solid feel on the road, making it perfect for long-distance drives or showing off on a Saturday night boulevard. The Impala also played a unique role in American pop culture. Over the years, it became a symbol of freedom, youth, and identity, especially within the lowrider community. The 1964 Impala, in particular, found a second life in the custom scene, where it became a canvas for creativity, music, and cultural pride. From hydraulics to candy-colored paint jobs and wire wheels, the 64 Impala was embraced by car clubs and artists who saw the vehicle as more than transportation. It was a form of personal expression. It's still one of the most popular models seen in car shows and custom builds across the country. Collectors today continue to seek out original and restored 1964 Impalas. Its timeless styling and connection to American car culture give it lasting value, both financially and emotionally. Whether found in a barn, a showroom, or on the streets, the 64 Impala has a way of capturing attention and admiration. There's something incredibly nostalgic about the Impala. It represents a time when cars were made with personality and presence. When people washed and waxed their rides every weekend and spent evenings cruising with friends. The '64 Impala wasn't just transportation, it was part of the family. Part of the car's charm lies in its simplicity. There were no touchscreens or digital controls. It was analog and mechanical. You could feel the engine, hear the rumble, and sense the road. Driving one today takes you back to a different era, when the connection between car and driver was more intimate. Maintenance on the 1964 Impala is generally straightforward, especially for those familiar with classic American cars. Parts are still relatively easy to find thanks to the car's popularity, and there's a large community of enthusiasts always ready to lend advice or share their restoration stories. Whether you're into classic car restoration, vintage cruising, or simply appreciate automotive history, the 1964 Impala checks all the boxes. It's a symbol of craftsmanship, culture, and creativity, all wrapped into a steel-bodied beauty that has stood the test of time. Even today, over 60 years since it first hit the road, the 1964 Chevrolet Impala continues to inspire. It represents a golden age of American automotive design and a lifestyle centered around pride, freedom, and fun. And that's exactly why it remains a legend. This car, 1970 Chevrolet Nova. The 1970 Nova marked a turning point in Chevrolet's compact car lineup. Though originally introduced as the Chevy 2 in 1962, by the time 1970 rolled around, the Nova name had taken center stage. It wasn't just a small car anymore. It was a serious contender in the muscle car era, balancing affordability with impressive performance. Visually, the 1970 model retained much of the clean, simple design language introduced in the 1968 redesign. It had a boxy, straight-edged body, wide front grille, and dual headlights that gave it a confident look without being overly aggressive. The understated design was part of its charm. It didn't scream muscle car, but it didn't need to. The power was under the hood. Buyers had a range of engine options in 1970, from a modest 153 cubic inch four-cylinder to the fire-breathing 396 V8. The most iconic of these was the Super Sport, or SS, trim, which came with a 350 or 396 cubic inch engine, making it a street sleeper with serious performance credentials. The 396, in particular, turned the Nova into a beast that could go toe-to-toe with bigger and flashier rivals. A Chevrolet's decision to offer such high displacement engines in a relatively small and lightweight body meant the Nova SS delivered impressive acceleration. It wasn't the flashiest car at the stoplight, but it often left its competition behind. That element of surprise became part of the Nova's identity, unassuming, until it wasn't. In terms of transmission, buyers could choose from a 3-speed manual, 4-speed manual, or a turbo-hydromatic automatic. The 4-speed manual was a favorite among enthusiasts, offering the best connection between driver and machine. Gear changes were crisp, and with the right setup, the Nova could cover the quarter mile in under 14 seconds, solid numbers for the time. The interior of the 1970 Nova was simple and straightforward. You weren't getting luxury here, you were getting focus. The dashboard layout was clean, gauges were easy to read, and everything was placed for function over form. Bench seats came standard, but bucket seats were available, especially in the SS models. Vinyl was the material of choice, and while the cabin wasn't lavish, it was durable and built to last. Chevrolet's strategy with the Nova was to offer a car that could be many things to many people. It could be a daily driver, a family car, or a weekend racer depending on how you optioned it. That versatility helped the Nova appeal to a broad audience, from young gearheads to older drivers looking for reliable transportation. Sales of the 1970 Nova were strong, and the model played a crucial role in Chevrolet's lineup during the height of the muscle car wars. It provided a more affordable alternative to the Camaro and Chevelle while still offering similar powertrains. That made it especially popular among younger buyers and hot rodders who wanted speed without breaking the bank. Unlike some muscle cars of the era that were flashy and flamboyant, the Nova had a quieter personality. It didn't rely on stripes or scoops to make a statement. Instead, it earned respect through performance and reliability. It was often the car you didn't see coming until it was already ahead of you. In drag racing circles, the 1970 Nova quickly earned a reputation. Its lightweight and powerful engine combinations made it a favorite for weekend warriors. Even today, you'll find vintage Novas at drag strips across the country, still turning in respectable times, decades after they first rolled off the assembly line. Collectors today prize the 1970 Nova for its balance of performance and simplicity. Restored models, especially SS trims with matching numbers, are sought after at auctions and car shows. The clean lines and compact size have aged well, giving the car a timeless appeal that continues to draw interest. There's also a strong aftermarket scene for the Nova. Enthusiasts love how easy it is to work on, with plenty of parts still available. Whether you're restoring one to factory specs or turning it into a modern restomod, the Nova offers a solid platform for any project. What makes the 1970 Nova especially interesting is how it represents a bridge between eras. It carried the raw power of the 60s into the more regulated 70s, just before emissions standards and fuel economy concerns began changing the automotive landscape. In many ways, it was one of the last pure expressions of American muscle in a compact form. The Nova's name itself suggests something new and bright, and in 1970, it was exactly that. It brought muscle to the masses and proved that you didn't need to drive a huge car to have a powerful one. Its legacy is a quiet one, but strong, and still growing today among classic car lovers that it's no surprise that many who owned a Nova back in the day still speak fondly of it. It was the kind of car that left a mark, not just on the road, but in the memory. From the sound of the engine to the feel of the wheel, it was an experience that stuck with you. This car, 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle. This car wasn't just another vehicle on the road. It was a symbol of power, style, and the golden age of American performance. The Chevrolet Chevelle was first introduced in 1964 as a mid-size car designed to bridge the gap between the compact Chevy 2 and the full-size Impala. But by 1967, the Chevelle had evolved into something truly special, a car that captured the perfect balance of elegance and raw muscle. The 1967 model year marked the final edition of the first-generation Chevelle, and it arrived with refined styling and impressive performance upgrades. The design of the 1967 Chevelle was bold and purposeful. Its slightly more rounded fenders, clean body lines, and a wider stance gave it a powerful road presence. The split front grille with horizontal bars and dual headlights on each side gave it a distinctive face that turned heads wherever it went. Chevrolet also introduced new safety features that year, such as an energy-absorbing steering column and dual-circuit master cylinder brakes. Forward-thinking innovations for the time. Under the hood, the Chevelle offered a wide range of engine choices, catering to every kind of driver. For those who wanted a simple, smooth ride, there were the reliable six-cylinder and small-block V8 options. But the real magic lay in the Chevelle SS 396 model, which housed a big-block 396 cubic inch V8 engine that could deliver up to 375 horsepower. It was a beast on the road and quickly became a favorite among muscle car enthusiasts. The Chevelle SS 396 was more than just fast. It looked the part too. It came with special badging, a blacked-out grille, simulated hood scoops, and a sportier interior that made drivers feel like they were sitting in a true performance machine. The sound of that engine, deep and throaty, was music to the ears of car lovers across the United States. Inside, the 1967 Chevelle combined comfort and simplicity. The dashboard was neatly laid out, with easy-to-read gauges and chrome accents that gave it a touch of class. Bucket seats and a center console were available, giving the car a sporty, cockpit-like feel. It was a perfect blend of function and style, ideal for cruising the open highways or showing off at the local drive-in point. One of the most notable aspects of the Chevelle was its versatility. Chevrolet offered it in several body styles, including the two-door coupe, convertible, and four-door sedan. This made it appealing to families, young drivers, and speed enthusiasts alike. Whether you wanted a practical daily driver or a high-performance street machine, the Chevelle lineup had something for everyone. The performance of the SS 396 was truly remarkable for its time. With strong acceleration and impressive handling, It held its own against rivals like the Ford Fairlane GT and Pontiac GTO. The Chevelle suspension system was tuned for both comfort and control, allowing it to deliver a smooth yet confident ride even at high speeds. That on the streets of America, the 1967 Chevelle became a symbol of freedom and individuality. It was the car young drivers dreamed of owning, and it played a starring role in the growing muscle car culture of the late 1960s. It was common to see these cars lined up at drag strips or cruising through small towns on summer nights, their engines rumbling with pride. Chevrolet marketed the Chevelle as America's most popular midsize car, and they weren't wrong. Its combination of performance, style, and affordability made it a huge success. Even today, it remains one of the most recognizable and desirable classics from that golden era of automotive design. Collectors and restorers treasure the 1967 Chevelle for its timeless appeal. Original SS 396 models, especially those with the high-output engine, have become highly sought after at car shows and auctions. Restored or well-preserved examples can fetch impressive prices, but beyond their monetary value, they carry an emotional connection to an era when cars had true character. The Chevelle's influence didn't stop with the 1967 model. It paved the way for future generations of Chevrolet performance cars, including later Chevelles and the iconic Monte Carlo. Its design language and performance spirit lived on, influencing American automotive design for years to come. Driving a 1967 Chevelle today is a unique experience. The steering feels raw, the acceleration is immediate, and the sound of the V8 engine reminds you that you're behind the wheel of something mechanical and alive. It's not just transportation. It's a time capsule from an age when cars were built with passion and personality. For many owners, restoring a Chevelle is a labor of love. They spend years tracking down original parts, perfecting the paint, and bringing every detail back to life. Each completed restoration tells a story, not just of the car itself, but of the people who refuse to let a piece of history fade away. At car shows and classic gatherings across America, the 1967 Chevelle still draws crowds. People admire its lines, listen to its engine, and share stories about how their parents or grandparents once owned one. It's more than nostalgia. It's a shared connection to an era when driving was pure joy. The legacy of the 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle is one of enduring respect. It remains a masterpiece of American engineering and design, celebrated by collectors, enthusiasts, and everyday fans alike. It represents a time when performance and style went hand in hand, and when owning a car meant owning a piece of freedom. As we wrap up today's episode of Old Car Stories, we salute the Chevrolet Chevelle 1967, a true American legend that continues to inspire generations. Whether you admire it for its beauty, its power, or its history, one thing is certain. The Chevelle will always hold a special place in the heart of car lovers everywhere. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this journey through automotive history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Old Car Stories. We'll be back soon with another timeless classic that helped shape the roads we drive today. See you in the next episode.